Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. In today's episode, we are continuing our ongoing coverage of the war between the Russian Federation and Ukraine. So, the first question today: is it possible that President Zelensky of Ukraine was in fact liquidated 6 weeks ago in a Russian ballistic missile strike on a bunker in Kiev? It is highly probable that 6 weeks ago, the Russians conducted a missile strike on senior leadership positions, bunkers, in the capital, Ukraine, targeting a number of senior leadership officials in Ukraine. And now, given what has happened with the supposed helicopter crash in Kiev, the current leadership in Kiev is now starting to announce the death of those officials killed in that Russian strike. You see how that works? Of course, we don't have any information that Zelensky was, quote unquote, liquidated in a Russian missile strike. At the same time, Zelensky does not have any information that Putin is dead as well. And on mainstream media here in the West, that is what is being reported. When Zelensky went live at Davos, no 10.0 earthquake at Davos, but nonetheless, Zelensky led some individuals to believe that he believed that Vladimir Putin was dead by certain comments. So very interesting to see how that works and see how easy it is to create a false narrative. Now, the ongoing war effort by both parties. It would appear, based on what we're currently seeing by both sides, the Ukrainian military, the Russian military, but it would appear that the Ukrainian forces, in its efforts to seize control of the western bank of the Dnieper River near Kherson, in all probability, suffered very serious casualty rates in that operation. Compounding that, continued Russian strikes against Ukrainian military infrastructure has degraded the Ukrainian ability to conduct large-scale offensive operations. We base this on current pleas by the Ukrainian state and its request for additional armaments, especially tanks and armored fighting vehicles. The Ukrainians need to replenish the systems, the armored fighting vehicles and tanks, the T-64s, the BMP-2s, the BTRs, the MTLBs, that were lost in the offensive in the south, near Kherson. That's why we believe right now we're seeing the Ukrainians asking for large amounts of this equipment, especially tanks and armored infantry fighting vehicles, maneuver warfare type equipment. A few months ago, they were more or less looking for HIMARS, long-range artillery assets, to prepare the battlefield. Then the Ukrainians launched this offensive. You can see it here in the blue, and they launched another one up towards the northeast near Kharkov. And these two operations, indeed, from what we're hearing now, took a toll on Ukrainian forces. That's why they're asking for what they're asking for now. So we will continue to monitor this. We will continue to report. We expect, and we're hearing more and more information, that indeed the possibility of a major Russian operation is in the works. We also hear that the Ukrainians could be preparing for a smaller operation as well. It also appears that the Ukrainians are now reassessing further offensive operations in preparations for what the Russians could be doing. So very interesting to see this chess game take place, and we will, of course, continue our coverage. I have to be off to work here very shortly, but I wanted to post a video and just give you my thoughts on what I was seeing and hearing in the press. Thank you for joining us today. More to come very, very soon. Have a good day.